In 1977, cinema would change forever with the release of the film Star Wars, or Star Wars Episode 4 A New Hope, or Star Wars or A New Hope, or Star Wars A New Hope. The film has several different variations to how it is called. Personally, I prefer to call it Star Wars as it originally was known in 1977. So that is what I will be calling it throughout this review, Star Wars. Star Wars was released on the 25th of May 1977 to only 32 theatres. But word of mouth quickly spread, and within 6 weeks Star Wars had surpassed Jaws as the highest grossing film of all time in North America. Star Wars would become one of the most financially successful films of all time, and taking inflation into account, Star Wars is the second highest grossing film of all time. Only Gone with the Wind has made more. Beforehand, 20th Century Fox and George Lucas were so sure that the film would flop, the 20th Century Fox would give George Lucas the commercial rights to the film. Something that they came to deeply regret as it led to sequels, prequels, spin-offs, comic books, TV shows, books, merchandising, an Ewok spin-off TV show, a holiday on May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. And in some countries, being a Jedi is recognized as an official religion. Such as in Australia, Jedi is the 16th largest religion. Star Wars was heavily influenced by ancient mythology, westerns, Japanese samurai films, in particular The Hidden Fortress, Metropolis, Gone with the Wind, The Wizard of Oz, and 1930s sci-fi serials such as Flash Gordon and Buck Rogers. Star Wars was the combination of all these elements to help create a new epic story. Star Wars is a classic tale of good versus evil. The film begins with one of the greatest openings in film history, with the brief words "a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away." This is one of the more simple fairy tale influences on the film, as it simply takes once upon a time, a long time ago in a faraway land and gives it a new breath of air. Following that, the opening scroll lights up the screen. We hear a scream of a booming music, capturing the audience's attention and engaging them from the very beginning of the film. This is soon followed by a shot of a ship speeding past, followed by an even larger Star Destroyer. The scene quickly establishes who the heroes are and who the villains are, just by the size of the two ships, without a word of dialogue spoken. The Empire is in hot pursuit of a rebel ship, because the plans to the Death Star have been stolen and are on board. The rebel ship is soon boarded by the Empire and the evil Darth Vader. On board, Princess Leia records a message and hides the plans to the Death Star inside the droid R2-D2. R2-D2, along with C-3PO, escapes via an escape pod, landing on the desert planet of Tatooine. There they are picked up by the Jawas and assault to the Skywalker farm. There we meet Luke Skywalker, a farm boy who dreams of something bigger. These two droids, however, prove to be the answer that Luke has been waiting for as he is led to Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan explains to Luke about the concept of a Force, and asks him to join in his mission to Alderaan. Luke refuses, but after learning of the death of his aunt and uncle, he joins Obi-Wan. In the city of Mos Eisley, Han Solo and Chewbacca are introduced. They are to pilot Luke, Obi-Wan and the two droids to Alderaan. But once they enter the Alderaan system, they are soon captured by the Death Star. On board, Han and Luke save the princess, while Obi-Wan turns off the tractor beam so that they can escape. Obi-Wan also confronts Vader in a duel, in which he sacrifices himself. The rest of the group escapes, but they are being tracked by the Empire, leading the Empire straight to the Rebel base. The Rebels analyze the Death Star and find a weakness, before ending in an extremely entertaining final battle that sees the Death Star destroyed. Star Wars was a great first entry into the saga and completely changed cinema forever, but this film also works well as a standalone movie. The film's characters is one of the true driving points of the film. Luke Skywalker is whiny but is the relatable everyman protagonist. He is played by Mark Hamill who, while nothing special, gives a fine performance. He is mentored by Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan is the wise, intelligent, old mentor character, a Jedi Knight who would train Luke. Obi-Wan is portrayed by Sir Alec Guinness. Guinness is a cinema legend and he brings a sense of maturity to the film. Guinness wasn't the biggest Star Wars fan, but he was the one who had the idea of Obi-Wan's sacrifice and was one of the few cast members who thought the film would succeed. I also loved his delivery of his lines. When Luke asks about his father, Kenobi pauses for a moment, to think about it before he goes on with the story. The way he speaks makes the twist in Empire Strikes Back so much more powerful because of Guinness's delivery of it. Carrie Fisher plays Leia, who does quite a good job in this film. She's the damsel in distress, but there is a twist on this, as they show that she isn't just a screaming help me kind of character, but a character that can hold her own. She is feisty, smart, energized, and a little bit cocky. This is evident when she is talking to Grand Moff Tarkin. She is talking in a very snobbish, superior kind of voice. But this quickly changes when Tarkin threatens her home planet of Alderaan with complete destruction. However, of all the characters, Han is easily the best. Han is one of my all-time favourite characters, and he is the perfection of the smart-ass, cocky, wisecracking, badass character who shoots first. He is played superbly by Harrison Ford. Ford had done a couple of films beforehand, but this launched him to stardom. Han is accompanied by Chewie, and while we can't understand a word that he roars, we still get the sense that we understand him and can relate to him. One of the major problems I had with the prequels was that there was a serious lack of characters that you can root for. With the exception of Obi-Wan, none of them were really that likeable. Here, they are very likeable, people you would want to hang around with. Flawed but likeable characters, they are people with human qualities, even though this is set in a galaxy far, far away a long time ago. Star Wars characters can also trace its roots back to ancient mythology. Off the top of my head, Obi-Wan and Luke share many traits to King Arthur and Merlin. Merlin, being the wise mentor who instructs and teaches Arthur, is an example of this. The characters develop a lot during the film, in particular Luke and Han. Luke is just a farmer that dreams of big things, but by the end of the film he is a hero for the rebellion, and has only just started in his quest to become a Jedi. Han is the other notable example. Han at the start just looks out for himself. He even says that he isn't in it just for the money. But during the Battle of Yavin, his character has developed to the point of caring for others. The fact that he returned to save Luke is how his character developed. Star Wars also contains one of the greatest villains of all time, Darth Vader. Vader is pure evil, and his presence is frightening. From the moment we are introduced to Vader, he instantly becomes one of the greatest villains of all time. That being said, Vader is not the highest ranking official in the Empire. He is just another one of the Empire's henchmen. The worst you could possibly meet, but Vader is not someone extra special. He is not Space Jesus. In the film he can even be spoken down to. There are several moments in this film where this is evident. In particular is when Vader is choking an official, Tarkin orders Vader to release him. Vader acknowledges that and does. Tarkin is in fact the highest official on the Death Star. He can order Vader around. He was also the one who ordered for the destruction of Alderaan. Not Vader. Often a common misconception is that Vader ordered it, but it was in fact Tarkin. One of the most mysterious and greatest elements of Star Wars is the Force.
The Force is what gives the Jedi his power. It's an energy field created by all living things. It surrounds us and penetrates us. It binds the galaxy together.
It's not a scientific, biological, midichlorian nonsense. No, it's a mysterious form of magic. It's a form of magic that is so unique and original that captivates the audience and spurs the imagination of all, bringing the child out of all of us. It is clear where this film gets its fantasy angle from. The Western side to it is also evident. Han Solo is a space cowboy, and the universe that he is in is gritty and is used. Nothing fancy about this environment. The score to this film is nothing short of amazing. John Williams is my all-time favourite film composer, and his talent is shown off in this. Without the score, it is difficult to imagine Star Wars as Star Wars. A score really does enhance the film, and helps this film become something legendary. All the music is iconic, memorable, and emotional. I can hum to the music, and whenever I hear it, it brings a smile to my face. From the opening crawl to the Princess Leia theme to the iconic binary star score and the celebration at the end of the film, these scores are all brilliant. The Star Wars score is my all-time favourite score. And I'm not just talking about this movie, I'm talking about the entire franchise, even the prequels. And the American Film Institution agrees with that. It is ranked at number 1 on AFI's top 100 film scores of all time. It is hard to find any flaws in this film, however some of the dialogue can be a little hokey at times. But at the same time it is full of great memorable lines such as "May the Force be with you," a truly iconic line, and it is placed on number 8 on AFI's top 100 movie quotes. Some of the issues I have are mostly nitpicky, such as when the escape pod is launched at the start of the film, the Empire doesn't stop it, when it could have easily been the Death Star plans. Another similar moment is when the stormtroopers move along because a door is locked. It shows them not to be the smartest group around, and at the very end the fact that Chewie is not given a medal is a bit insulting. However, some of these issues are fixed in Adwian's fan edit, which is the best version of the film, as it actually improves it. The worst bits in this film would have to be the special edition changes, with Greedo shooting first a comedic scene, as it is quite ridiculous how Greedo could miss at such a short range. And the addition of Jabba in the film completely ruins the mystery of him. The dialogue is the same spoken in the cantina scene between Greedo and Han, and is pretty pointless to also add that in. I also find the addition of a rock in front of R2-D2 very ridiculous, but other than that it is pretty much perfect. Star Wars is an iconic film, full of iconic emotional moments, from Luke gazing into the binary sunset to the final battle. Star Wars is a film that adds to human culture and human mythology. It will be viewed and studied for millennia to come. Without a doubt, Star Wars gets an A+ from me. Thanks guys, and if you enjoyed this, like, comment, and subscribe for more.